by the shores of Lake Michigan, Soldier Field, Chicago, for this NFC divisional playoff encounter between the Eagles of Philadelphia and the Chicago Bears. We have been blessed with almost spring-like weather here on the final day of 1988. Temperature expected to climb to the mid-30s, but no breeze today. Just a slight, gentle zephyr out of the southwest, and sunny skies forecast for the remainder of the afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist, and welcome to Soldier Field. Back in the dreary, drudgery days of two-a-days in August, Buddy Ryan told his young Eagle football team, I have a feeling, and it's a very strong feeling, that we are destined to meet the Chicago Bears in the playoffs. And so here on the last day of the year, it has come to pass, an almost dream matchup, Philadelphia against Chicago. I'm joined again today by Terry Bradshaw. And Terry, this young Eagle football team under Ryan in the playoffs for the first time since '81, do they know yet how important this really is?
I think they know now, Vern. You heard the introductions, and when they came out for warm-ups, the place was going wild. They've never seen that many reporters, that many cameras in their faces, and these are young, naive kids. And today, I think they've got a little shock when they walked out, and all of a sudden they realized, hey, this is a big deal.
The Chicago Bears know about big deals. Of course, they won the title in 1985. This is their 5th straight division championship, but they've lost their last 2 playoff games at home, and they were very emotional a moment ago.
The Bears today are as fired up, they're as riled up as a football team can get. A veteran football team sometimes forget they need emotion, and they have plenty of emotion today, and they're so concerned about Randall Cunningham. Vince Tobin, the defensive coordinator, very simply put it this way: we have got to turn him from a scat back and turn him into a quarterback. If he stays in that pocket and plays quarterback, we can beat him.
The Chicago Bears will receive. Philadelphia has never won here in a series that goes back to 1939. 0-11. The last meeting here was in 1986, that emotional return for Buddy Ryan and the Eagles. They lost in overtime, 13-10. Luis Zendejas will kick off. The Bears have won the toss. Thomas Sanders, Dennis Gentry are deep to return it. Short kick. Gentry to the 30. Tackle made by David Little. Mike Tomczak, who is about to start his first playoff game for the season. 59%, 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. And here is the defensive unit he'll face. Reggie White at left end and over Jay Hilgenberg today. Clyde Simmons has been a hero late in the season. Joyner, Reichenbach, and Bell. Joyner is injured. A weak secondary: Young, Allen, Wes Hopkins, and Andre Waters. They are 28th in the league in pass defense. Hand off, left side. Neil Anderson, number 35. Check this Bear offense. Tomczak is joined by Anderson and Suey, Gentry and McKinnon, the wide receivers, and the rookie James Thornton, the tight end. Covert Bortz. Hilgenberg is going to the Pro Bowl again. Tom Thayer and Keith Van Horn. And Van Horn might be a key today as he lines up most of the time against Reggie White. Second down and 10. Tomczak now in his 4th year, 26 years of age. And he's about to throw his first pass, which is incomplete. Trapped at the 31. The intended receiver, the fullback, Matt Suey.
Something we're going to see a lot of today by the Eagles. That time, both outside linebacker and Reichenbach, the middle linebacker, blitzing, guessing that the Bears were going to throw the football. And the Bears indeed today feel like they have to run the football against this Eagle team. But Vern, you've already said they're the worst defensive unit against the pass in the entire National Football League, and I have to believe that before long they're going to attack these corners and start throwing the football downfield.
3rd and 10. 42%, 6th best in the NFL on 3rd down conversions for the year. 4 wide receivers in the shotgun. Gentry in motion. And Tomczak with time across the middle, dropped. Incomplete at the 45, intended for Wendell Davis, the rookie out of LSU. Mike Ditka told us yesterday he expects this man to have a big game today.
Well, one of the reasons is Wendell Davis is expecting single coverage. Eric Allen will stay to his outside and hold 34. The nickelback will come back to the inside. There's a drop ball, and there's Hogue. Davis just got his eyes upfield, knew he was going to hit, took his eyes off the ball.
Brian Wagner will kick, and Greg Garrity, just activated, will return a punt for the first time this year. He last returned punts a year ago, 4 of them. In 1986, he returned a punt 76 yards. But Konechny is on the inactive list, and this is Garrity back from an injury. Fair catch at the 29. And Randall Cunningham, starting quarterback for the NFC in the Pro Bowl. And what a season. 24 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. He also leads his team in rushing and has done so for the last 2 years. And against him, Harris, McMichael, and Hampton, the 2 keys, Terry.
Yeah, the tackles, both of them hurt. They're the ones that have to get the rush up the middle and in the face of Cunningham. They've got to play and play well.
Handoff up the middle. Michael Haddix gets the start instead of Anthony Toney. Dan Hampton makes the tackle. Offensively, Cunningham is joined by Keith Byers. And it's Haddix in the backfield instead of Toney. Toney has been hampered by an injury. Quick and Carter, and the tight end, also a Pro Bowl starter, Keith Jackson. Up front, Darwin Alexander. Ron Baker has been the key since he rejoined the starting lineup some 7 weeks ago. Ron Heller and Remington acquired this season. 2nd down and 6. Anthony Toney loses yardage to the 30. Dave Duerson, number 22.
Duerson came up. The Bears jumped down inside, brought both their ends down inside, got into the Bear defense. Duerson lined up and then looped around the nose tackle and got right into the backfield almost before Cunningham was able to hand the ball off.
3rd and 8. Myers trots off the field. The words one has heard all week from the Bears: contain Cunningham. Eagles not that proficient on 3rd down. 4-man rush, no blitz. Left side incomplete. 4th down. Intended for Quick. Mike Quick out 8 weeks in the middle of the season with a broken leg. And now John Tomczak is on to punt. And Dennis McKinnon is deep. Short. McKinnon popped. Izell Jenkins, number 46, who had a blocked punt against Phoenix earlier this year, is right in McKinnon's face. That's a 36-yard punt, no return. But the absence of wind makes it really comfortable.
Yeah, can you imagine? It's no wind blowing here at Soldier Field.
No. Mike Tomczak got the start after replacing the injured Jim McMahon, week number 10. And then he was out for a couple of weeks with a separated shoulder. Play fake. Tomczak drills it. Again. This time it's Ron Morris, as Mike Ditka has gone to his 2nd set of receivers, Wendell Davis and Ron Morris.
Wendell Davis and Morris are 2 receivers that are primarily short to medium route runners. They're not really burners that you'll see Tomczak send down the field. He'll say that for Gentry and McKinnon, but that time a little zone adjustment. Tomczak got the ball in there, but the ball was dropped. 2 drop passes, 2 well-thrown balls so far by Tomczak.
2nd and 10. Doesn't get the block he needs, and is driven out of bounds after a modest gain of 2. Reggie White ranging way over to the right, and then Seth Joyner, who's playing injured today, and Todd Bell as well.
Well, one of the things if we see the Bears, Tomczak snaps his hands like that, claps them. That shows that it's the Eagle defense or the 46. Ryan still calls it the 46 defense. Everyone jammed down inside, and the Bears that time allowing to pitch the ball and go wide. And the best thing to do against that is forget the run, go play action, and throw the ball to your flanker or your out end. They have man-to-man coverage.
Eagles will use, as McMahon looks on, the 46 defense now. Reggie White over Jay Hilgenberg. 3rd and 7. 4 wide receiver set. That's Gentry in motion, followed by Izell Jenkins. Tomczak has time. Wide open. McKinnon chased by Waters. No flags. Touchdown. 64 yards. And a blown assignment, obviously. Roynell Young's area. I'm not sure if he was the one who blew the coverage. Butler's extra point. They had problems with the hold. But Jim Tunney signals the extra point is good. Look at the touchdown.
Now, number 20 is the strong safety, Waters. He's coming out too flat. Notice how flat he is. He has to have depth, and he comes too flat. Then he trips. When he trips, that allows McKinnon the separation to go deep and for the touchdown. And I want to go back to that again and tell you that Roynell Young, 43, the corner, did not jam McKinnon. His responsibility is to jam him, slow him down, and allow time for Waters to get over. Didn't do it. Touchdown.
Butler's kick, short. Izell Jenkins to the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Lorenzo Lynch, and a fight breaks out up at the 45. Butler was involved briefly.
John Klingel back up top. Defensive end, the guy that's in there trying to get a little shot.
Here's Klingel, number 97. Definite weight advantage over Kevin Butler.
There's Butler. Butler says, I'm more than a kicker. You come at me, I'm going to get it. Look at this. Gets him, takes him down. 1, 2, 3, you bet. That started it. Then Klingel came in to protect his man.
1st and 10, Philadelphia. They trail by 7. Cunningham. Got him. Mike Quick to the 49-yard line. Coverage by Mike Richardson. 15-yard gain.
We will see play action time and time again by the Eagles. And the routes that Cunningham wants to run with Quick and with his tight end is the hook route. He believes that his receivers can drive off, and he's told them, come back to me, and I'll get the ball to you, get the separation.
Bears are 9-0 this year when they've scored the first points. 1st and 10 Eagles. Short drop, Cunningham pumps once. That's all arm, and he finds Chris Carter. 1st down at the 33-yard line. What an unusual pass. 17-yard gain.
Yeah, the pump fooled everyone, and then actually when Cunningham turned the ball loose, Vern, I thought it was going to go out of bounds, but it was dropped in perfectly behind the corner and between the safety for the completion. Oh, it's a little short step, 3-step. There's the pump that got everybody to bite, and now the layup over the corner right into Carter's hands.
That's another 1st down after the 17-yard gain at the 33. 1st and 10 Eagles. They trail 7-0. Fake right, hand it left. Keith Byers. Eagles don't have that potent a ground game.
They don't have that good a ground game, and Byers, drafted number 1 out of Ohio State, was drafted to come in and bring to the fullback position what they wanted, a real strong runner that could get them 800-900 yards, be a big 3rd down guy. But the surprise that he has brought to this Eagle offense is his pass catching ability. That has surprised everyone.
Eagles don't have a running back who's rushed for more than 100 this year. Byers has the best effort. That was 86 yards. Split backs behind Cunningham on 2nd down. Flag is down. Cunningham will run. He averages better than 6 yards a carry, and that is short of the first down. But he's inside the 25. Now keep in mind the flag is Jim Morrissey makes the tackle. Here's Jim Tunney. Offside. Bears. Looked like Dan Hampton, number 99, might have come across.
Offside. Defense, number 99. Penalty is accepted. It will still be second down.
One of the things the Bears, Vern, want to get in this game is a lot of movement, a lot of adjustment in their defensive line. Notice the switch. McMichael goes over to the left guard. Now Hampton slides in over the center. That's to the tight end side. They call that an over. Now Hampton, he jumps off sides.
Working against Dave Remington and David Alexander now in that set. After the 5-yard penalty, second down and 2. Randall Cunningham.
This is an impatient territory for him. He would like to strike.
Into the flat, almost picked off. Al Harris had it right in his mitts. Oh, what a woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Well, I just said it. Cunningham, when he gets inside that 30-yard line, he thinks touchdown, put it in the end zone, and coming right out with a little sprint out. That's a little sprint out. If the backer comes up and takes his tight end, then Cunningham will pull the ball down and throw it deep to Quick in the end zone.
Is that a tendency he will lose with experience, or will he always be that anxious?
I think he'll always be that anxious, and that's why he is a great young quarterback. He's aggressive, and he wants to put it in the end zone.
You can see that Cunningham is 3 for 26 on third down last 3 games. That one in the flat for Byers, incomplete. Coverage by Jim Morrissey, 4th down. And that will bring on Luis Zendejas, who started the season with the Dallas Cowboys. Lost a showdown to Roger Ruzek. Was picked up on waivers by the Philadelphia Eagles and has kicked well.
Yeah, I took a broom handle and went out on this field and poked holes all over. That field is real soft, and where he's kicking is so flat. He said it's just like AstroTurf. He loves it where he is right now.
John Kelchick will hold. 43-yard effort. No good. .37 remaining in the first quarter of play. Zendejas missed narrowly to the left, so it remains 7-0 Chicago. 7-0 Chicago on Dennis McKinnon, 64-yard touchdown catch off the arm of Mike Tomczak. 9:37 remaining in the first quarter of play, and Mike Tomczak getting his first playoff start leads the Bears up. One-time free agent quarterback from Ohio State who has fought long and hard and has really gained his confidence this year. Play fake, Tomczak pumps. Off his back foot, intercepted. Picked off, and we go the other direction. It's Seth Joyner. His 5th interception of the season.
Well, you can credit that interception to Mike Pitts, number 74, as he got in the face of Tomczak. Tomczak trying to get the football away, could not get enough steam on it, threw it right into Seth Joyner's hands. 59 is Seth Joyner. That's the man that's going to intercept the pass. Notice he's reading the eyes of Tomczak. Doesn't take the pumps, keeps his ground, and now the hit by Pitts pulls the ball down and drops it right into the hands of Joyner for the interception.
That is the 33rd pass interception of the year for the Philadelphia Eagles. They are plus 19 in turnovers. Big factor in their success. First down at the 30. Mix up on the play as Cunningham ran into Anthony Toney at the handoff.
Well, the thing that's happening, Vern, is once again we're seeing Dave Duerson, the strong safety, come up and play a linebacker position. He's going in one side, in the other side, and he's messing up the timing of the quarterback. Cunningham doesn't know whether to audible or stay with the play. And my suggestion is, anytime that you see Duerson up tight, sprint out, get away from him, and throw the ball deep.
Second down and 10 midway through the first quarter. Just under 9 minutes to go. 7-0 Chicago. Split backs, splits might be coming. six-man rush. Cunningham stands strong across the middle. It's caught by Keith Jackson, the Pro Bowl starter, the rookie out of Oklahoma. And Duerson up on the line to jam him, and that time Jackson got free.
You're going to see Duerson coming up in the face of Jackson, and to the outside is 59, Ron Rivera. Now he blitzes. Now the responsibility for man coverage is on Duerson, and he loses his man, and Jackson, hey, that's simple. Down 10 yards, cut across the middle, wide open.
Meanwhile, back at the line of scrimmage, an altercation continued as a shove in the back to Ron Rivera from Ron Heller. 19-yard gain. Byers tests the middle, and he's knocked down as he gets inside the 10. (7-0). Bears lead. Mike Ditka said yesterday, if we don't beat ourselves, they can't beat us. Turnovers will be the factor in this ball game. And Chicago, despite a 12-4 record, is just +1 in turnovers for the year.
And Buddy Ryan said we're better at every position except middle linebacker. So you figure out who's telling the truth.
2nd and 8. Blitz again. Cunningham sees it, gets rid of the hot receiver, incomplete. Intended for Carter. Jim Morrissey right in Cunningham's face, number 51.
Blitz, blitz, blitz. And one thing Vince Tobin wants to do today is get pressure in Cunningham's face. That means up the middle. That's the quickest place. That's where it happens the fastest, is when you go right over the center guard gap. Does not allow the quarterback enough time for him to get his feet set and then throw the football accurately.
That was Vince Tobin you saw prowling the sideline. 3rd down and 8 from the 9. Philadelphia has been excelling recently inside the 20. Quick and Johnson both in. Shotgun, flag down. Cunningham has a man open. Caught. Touchdown if the play stands. Chris Carter. But there is a flag. Motion Philadelphia.
Illegal motion. Back was moving forward. It's still 3rd down.
Tony will move forward. One of the reasons is this safety is going to blitz. That's Crum 44. Tony anticipating blitz. Wants to get up and help his quarterback, but you have to be set 1 second. Tony was not. A touchdown pass is called back.
The Eagles have a touchdown negated. They also have missed a field goal. They trail 7-0. They can get a first down without the touchdown.
No blitz.
Yes, a 5-man rush. Cunningham pulls up, lets it go in the end zone. Tipped, bobbled, tipped again, and caught. Touchdown! Mike Quick. A flag is down. Personal foul. Holding. Eagles.
Holding. 25. Offense. Still 3rd down.
Anthony Tony's going to want to find a place to hide. Back-to-back penalties have wiped out back-to-back touchdowns.
And you can't have this kind of, you just can't have these kind of penalties earned in this kind of football game. This is a playoff game. This is a young football team, and they're prone to make these type of mistakes.
Take a look at the reverse angle, though. Was it or was it not a touchdown? Mike Quick backs up, steps out of bounds.
That's illegal. A receiver cannot go out of the field of play and back in and make a catch.
That one would have been reversed on instant replay. 3rd and 23. Left side, over, tipped away, Bestie Jackson. Intended for Quick. 4th down.
Vince Tobin said we want to keep Randall Cunningham in the pocket. We want to make him a quarterback, not a scat back. Cunningham in the pocket has not thrown the ball that well. Very confusing. Right now, the Bears have blitzed him a lot, and now they're dropping off and playing zones, but they're dropping very deep, and he's a little bit confused right now, forcing the football into the end zone.
Zendejas will gain a yard on this effort. It'll be from 42 yards out. Right hash mark. This one is good. So a touchdown to Carter wiped out. A touchdown to Quick wiped out. Zendejas is now 1 of 2 field goals.